Just sitting on my upper deck enjoying the view. Waiting for the sunset here. Cebu over there. Just enjoying my view here from my upper deck here in Bohol. Ocean out there. Oh, you're on Luzon, huh? Yeah, you just got through with the typhoon over there. I hope everything's okay. We didn't get hit too hard, but Cebu over there, that's the city of Cebu there. They got flooded out pretty good. Bohol didn't get too bad. We're on top of a hill, so no flooding here. So we're right across from Cebu City over there. Buena Vista, Bohol. Right up in the hills. Just maybe a couple miles away from the beach. Nothing but jungle out there. Got a hilltop house here. Wow. I bet you got a lot of rain over there. We're directly across from Cebu City. In the hills of Buena Vista, Bohol. Oh yeah. At least you're up in the mountains. The low-lying areas, I bet, are getting flooded even right now. I think the mountains are still draining down all that rain. Taal volcano just erupted too. What was it, Wednesday morning? Yeah, 9 months a year. Yeah, that's like a majority of the year there. But everything's green. Don't have to worry about any fires. Yeah, no flooding issues here either. We're on top of the hills, so it all goes down into the valley. They're building a reservoir down there. So that filled up. But up here on the top of the hill, everything just runs down. Yeah, it's nice to be up in the hills, or at least up in the mountains. Although you do got to worry about landslides and stuff, but here it's really rocky, so they don't really worry about landslides. You can see where they chiseled away the hillside there. It's all so here in northeastern Bohol, they don't really have too many landslides. There's a lot of rocks in the ground and stuff, and vegetation keeps it from any landslide issues. Although there are some landslides in other places in Bohol, but not so much here. Leyte is notorious for landslides, and some other areas too. But it's pretty rocky here, so. Yep, nice being up on the hilltop here. No worries about floods or anything like that. Yeah, that's scary. Those landslides are really scary. So I'd be afraid to live on the side of a mountain or anything. especially on Leyte. That's notorious for landslides over there. I think they've had whole towns get washed away by mud. Hundreds of people getting lost. Yeah, we got a nice spot here. We have like 3.5 hectares here. We got this whole valley here is my wife bought like 15 years ago. We got pig pens over there. We got a chicken coop down there. We got 3.5 hectares here. That's our pig pens over there on the other side of the ravine here. $15 years ago, my wife bought this land for 200,000 pesos. And she built a house. It's over back behind the trees. And then we have the second house, which is a hilltop studio house. That's our chicken coop down there. It's empty right now, though. We did have like 300 layers, and her family was kind of doing the business down there, but they kind of gave up on it. But yeah, 3.5 hectares here. Our property goes all the way down to the ravine down at the bottom there, which used to be a nice creek down there, but they're turning it into a reservoir now, so they've been working on it for the past 2 years, making a spillway, and it kind of supplies water to the rice fields down below. Maybe next year they'll have it done. We'll have a lake down here. Wow, I bet you got a good price. 40 years ago. I think my wife bought this property around 2010. She bought it off her aunt, so she got a good deal. It was 200,000 pesos for 3.5 hectares. Yeah, that's a good price. This is like agricultural land too, so the roads coming up here were all dirt roads before. They just started paving them, but that's our barangay road down there. It's still dirt, so someday maybe they'll pave the road down there, but until now it's still a dirt road. It's paved all the way to almost to the top of the hill over there, and then anything after that's all dirt road after. So when the rains come and stuff, it doesn't get completely washed out, but I mean, it gets pretty ruddy, and I mean, like I said, there's lots of rocks here, so it gets rocky, and it's just a little hard to navigate, especially if you have a motorbike. We got a couple vehicles. So we have a big Pajero and a 4-wheel drive multi-cab that it's not a problem. Oh yeah, it's peaceful. Except for when it's feeding time for the pigs. And of course you got the roosters and stuff, and you got the dogs and stuff, but as you can hear, it's pretty peaceful here. Not too much karaoke, really. I mean, everybody kind of shuts down around 10 o'clock, so all the neighbors around here are pretty tame. I mean, occasionally when they have birthday parties and stuff, there'll be karaoke. It will go on till maybe midnight or something, but it's very peaceful here. Got the kids, a lot of the kids running around. Got a couple goats. We got a couple cows. My wife's family, this is where my wife grew up, so all her family this is like our compound here. She's got like 4 brothers and 1 sister. I think 1 brother and 2 sisters are in Manila, and the rest live here. Yep, no stress at all. No junk mail. I hated that in the U.S. going through. It's like every day go through a bunch of junk mail and rip it open and throw it away. It's just ridiculous. I mean, just no stress here at all. Had to get away from the U.S. I did back in 2022, August 2022. Been here for 3 years now, so. Although I do need to go back and I need to see my grandchild. I got a granddaughter now that I haven't seen in person, only during video chats. So I do need to go back and see her. In the U.S., I just rented my house out. I got a property management company taking care of it for me. So I still have a house back in the U.S., but I don't have any stresses about worrying about it. They just deposit the money into my banking account, and occasionally I have to do some repairs, and they just inform me about it and take care of everything for me. Of course, I get Social Security now. I made sure I got that at age 62. As soon as I could get it, I got it. And since my wife lived in the U.S. for 14 years. She's a U.S. citizen, became dual citizenship. And then I have a 11-year-old daughter. They both receive benefits as well. Yeah, I think I got you beat by a little bit. Came here like August 16th, 2022. Sold everything. Sold all my cars. I had 4 cars. I had 2 Mazda CX-5s. One for me and one for my wife. And then I had a 2000 SS Camaro. And then I had a 1969 Camaro too, classic 1969 Camaro. And I sold everything. Only took me a day to sell that 69 Camaro. I put it on Marketplace on Facebook, and I just got bombarded with responses, man. I mean, I couldn't keep up with all the people that wanted to come and see it. And the first guy that came and saw it bought it. I put it on Marketplace Sunday night. Sold it Monday, the next day. I didn't want to deal with all the riffraff, so it was a really nice 69 Camaro RS with the hideaway headlights. Got tired of going to car shows and Had all kinds of trophies and stuff, and it was not a real Z28, but it was like a tribute Z28. Silver, metallic silver with black stripes. Really nice car. I had a 383 stroker motor in it. Had electronic cutouts for the exhaust so you could open the exhaust, and I mean it sounded like a big block when you opened the exhaust. It was a beast. But yeah, I sold that in one day. 50 grand. Then my SS Camaro too, I sold that. I mean that was a nice car too. I only had like 55,000 miles on my SS, black hardtop, LS1, 6-speed, all burn rear end. Bought that brand new for like 30K. Sold it for like 10K. Yeah, I sold everything. It took me a long time to get rid of everything. I was 30 years of accumulation in my garage and stuff, so it took me like a year and a half going through everything, giving stuff away, selling stuff. And once I decided that I was going to come to the Philippines, just took me like a year and almost, maybe even 2 years to get rid of everything, filling up trash cans, getting rid of all my junk, cleaning my house up, renovating my house. Had acoustic ceilings or the popcorn ceilings. I had to scrape all that all off, retexture everything, paint everything, put a new roof on, fixed up my house so I could rent it out. Yeah, I just decided, like, I think maybe after when COVID was going on and I got laid off from my job, I was going to continue working until I was 62 or however long I could. But when COVID came along and I got laid off from my work, I just decided, that's it. And my daughter, I mean, I ended up having to get the vaccination to come here. I should have I would hold it out for a long time before I had to finally get it just to come here. I had to get the 2 shots. But the following year, they were making kids, if they wanted to go to school, they had to get the vaccination. And I'm sure glad I got out, because that very next year, in order for the kids to go to school, they had to get the jab. And thank God I got out. My daughter, my 11-year-old daughter, didn't have to get the jab. She was 8 years old when we came here. Third grade. She finished second grade in the U.S. and then started third grade here in the Philippines. Just going to public school. She's learning the language and everything, so looks like we might have a decent sunset here tonight. Yeah, I had to get out of the U.S. I mean, my daughter was in second grade, and I started seeing the DEI banners in front of her school. I go, what is this stuff? I just had to get out. That kind of was the last line for me. I just, no, it's getting bad here. So that's when I really decided to get out. And I just had to get the transcripts. We just had to get all my daughter's transcripts. It wasn't hard. We did go through a pain in the butt a little bit about getting her My wife was trying to get her dual citizenship, but they've changed the laws here now. So if once kids are born after a certain year, I think it's like 2008, they no longer call it dual citizenship. They recognize them as Philippine citizens now. So we went through it. I mean, she's got all her paperwork. We had to go to immigration in Manila, and we had to supply them with documents and stuff. So my daughter does now have recognition of Philippine citizenship. That's what they call it now. After you're born, I think it's 2008. Once you're born after that 2008 year, it's no longer you can no longer get a dual citizenship. It's the same thing though. It's just paperwork. They just call it something different now. You still have all the same advantages. You can go to Philippine schools and universities and be just like a Philippine citizenship. My wife never really she got her dual citizenship, but she never went and got another Philippine passport. They even told her not, nah, don't even bother getting a Philippine passport. Just keep the paperwork with you that you're a dual citizen and your American passport. I mean, it's more powerful. So that's what my wife has. My wife got her dual citizenship here in the Philippines. We tried doing it all in the US, but this was during COVID. And the Philippine consulate in Los Angeles, was terrible. I mean, you had to try to make an appointment. It was impossible to make an appointment, and it just, it got terrible in the U.S. to try to get a dual citizen. At least in Los Angeles, I mean, you had to go on a certain day and try to get an appointment, and it was impossible to get one. Maybe in some other parts of the U.S. it was easy, but in Los Angeles it was a nightmare. Yeah, but we've got everything done now. Took us a couple years to get everything done. Trips to Cebu to get the paperwork done. Few trips to Manila for my daughter's recognition. I don't think she'll need to make a choice when she's 18. Possibly. I think it's good for life. I think once they become recognized as a Philippine citizen, that's it. She's done for life. Yeah, Miami. Yeah, I don't know. LA was bad during COVID. I mean, they shut down the Philippines consulate, and I mean, it was just you couldn't even get in there. You had to make an appointment, and I think it was like Tuesday from like 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. You could try to make an appointment, and it just never. It was all the dates were all you go on their calendar, and all the dates were already taken, and it was just crazy. We just gave up. We tried for a couple months to make an appointment, but it was impossible. So we just gave up, and we did it all when we came here. And my social security I did when I came here too, which was kind of hard to do too, because when we came here, I was still under the age of 62. So we submitted all the paperwork, and um, they set up a phone interview. And so we went through the phone interview. They were supposed to call at 11 a.m. and it turns out they didn't call till like 12 or 12:30 a.m. So I thought they had forgotten about the phone interview, and they called late. So we were like at the store when they called. But we got through it all. Got the phone interview all done, and took us a while to get my benefits. My benefits came pretty soon, but for my wife and my daughter, it took a couple months afterwards before everything they got everything straightened out, and we finally got a like a lump sum back pay and stuff like that. So now it's I get my Social Security, my wife gets her SSI benefits, and my daughter gets her SSI benefits as well. So we're doing fine now. And then I got the, like I said, I still have my house in the U.S. So got a property management company taking care of that for me. So I mean, I still pay mortgage on it, but I rent it out for double what I pay mortgage on. So my property management company charges me 7%, and then the state of California also charges another 7% for taxes. So, but I still make out pretty good. So I'm doing quite well for living here in the Philippines. So what I was able to build this second house, this little studio hilltop house, and then I bought another lot of land down by the beach. So in a couple years, I'll be building another little house down by the beach. Yeah, FBU. I had to go to deal with FBU, right? Federal Benefits Unit in Manila. Yeah, they ended up calling us. Actually, we bought a used Pajero, a 2002 Pajero, and we were in Cebu the day they called. I mean, it was supposed to be at 11 a.m. and then it turned out being like at 12 or 12:30, and we were actually in the process of buying this used Pajero. We brought it over here to Bohol, so we were at the used car dealers, and then FBU called. So we were doing a car deal and a Social Security deal at the same time. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but they had a lot of questions for my wife because my wife in the U.S., she never did go back. After she became a U.S. citizen, she was supposed to go back to the Social Security and get a new Social Security number. And the day that she went back, they were having a fire drill. And she never did get back inside to get her new Social Security number. So they had some questions for her when we applied. But we got it all worked out. She got a new Social Security number and all. I got a No, I'm not on an SRRV. I got the 13A. That was another process we had to go through. So I got that. I went through the 1 year probation, and now I'm all good to go. I got the 5 year card. So got to go in every year and pay like 300 pesos to your local immigration. And then after 5 years, you need to go back and get a new what do they call that? Alien resident card, ARC or something like that. Yeah, I'm 13A now. So I could actually work here now, I think, if I wanted to, but no. I'm not going to work here. I'm retired now. My wife still gets up every morning and goes down and feeds the pigs over there. We got some chickens over behind the trees over there too, some Rhode Island red chickens that we get all our eggs from and stuff. So she goes off and feeds the chickens and the pigs twice a day. We got one sow over there and a couple of a couple of fattened pigs over there. We're gonna have our fiesta here pretty soon, so I think the two fattening pigs are gonna get cooked up in a couple of weeks here. What's that? What did they raise from $10 to $100? Is that the SSRV? S or SRRV? Ah, okay, yeah. I mean, you got to deposit. If you're not a vet, you got to deposit like $20,000, or I think 10,000 if you got. I'm not sure exactly. It's $10,000 to $20,000 if you're not a vet. It's a great deal if you're a vet. $1,500. That's the way to go, for sure. SSRV. Yeah, that's the way to go, no doubt. If you're a vet, then yeah, that's what I would have done if I was a vet. I would have went SRRV. $1,500. That's not a problem at all. And I think that you don't. When you leave the country too, you don't have to pay. There's some fees, exit fees and stuff like that. I think you're exempt from that as well too. So 100%. If I was a vet, that's what I would have done for sure. That's a no-brainer. Yeah, the 13A was kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, it's not. I mean, you still end up paying. I don't know what I paid, like 15K or something. By the time you're all said and done, you get the MBI clearance and all the bullshit that you got to go through, and yeah, it's nuts over here. Hey there, hey, hey, Chief. Yeah, we're all doing good here. Elvy's off feeding the pigs, I think. Yeah, I'm just showing the view here at the top. Looks like we might have a halfway decent sunset here tonight. I don't know, maybe. Life in Bohol. Yeah, lots of rain. Like, we're having like a tropical wave come through. And we didn't get hit by, was that Typhoon Tino? It did get bad one night. It was a little windy and stuff, but not like Cebu over there. They got flooded out crazy. I mean, we got a lot of rain here though too. That our reservoir down there was like a lake down there for a couple days, but it all drained out. Yeah, I mean it rained hard. It's been raining hard. It rained last night a little bit, not real hard, but it's yeah, it did rain a little bit hard here too, but not for too long. It was not too bad here. I mean, just a couple miles away, it can be a whole different stories here. It's like crazy. I remember last week was crazy. The lightning was crazy here. I think it was like Thursday last week or something. It was like over Cebu. It was going off, man. It was crazy over there. I think it was like last Thursday or something. It was. We had a couple. We had a lightning strike. I think it was like right over our house. That's what kind of scares me is the lightning here. Man, it can get crazy. I think it probably hit one of the coconut trees around here somewhere. I don't know. As long as it doesn't hit the top of my house. Sounded like it did, though. It was nuts. Yeah, Typhoon Tino wasn't really that bad here either. I mean, it woke me up. I think the one night that Monday night from like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. It did get pretty windy here, but by morning it was pretty much done. Okay, take care. Wife's coming back. Dog following her. Chasing the goats. What's that? Did you spray the lemon? Let me focus in on Cebu over here. You can see the buildings over there. And so we can see all the lights, Cebu during the night here. See the little sandbars out there too. Nice to visit those little sandbars on a nice day. They charge you a little bit to go out there to them, and you gotta pay a pump boat to get you out there. Banca. But it's pretty fun. You can spend the whole day out there. You can leave right from the pier, right from down below, right Buena Vista here. It's pretty nice. Yeah, that's Cebu right over there. City of Cebu. Nice view of Cebu there. A little cloudy today. Yep. Yeah, it's fun to go out to those sandbars. Been there a couple times. It's an all-day adventure out there. You gotta get up a little early in the morning and go out there. You can bring little fishing poles and stuff and like go halfway up and cast your line out there and catch a lot of little fish. It's fun. Fun to spend your day out there. They sell a lot of seafood out there too. Cold beer. You can bring a ice chest if you want. Spend the day out there. Brought all my wife's family members out there a couple times. Spent the whole day out there. Sometimes I see a foreigner though, and it's like all the locals get one price, and then the foreigners additional. Yeah, foreigners, they little skin tax going on there. But that's the way it is here. Oh yeah, there's one sandbar. It's called Pandanon. It's actually two parts. The one part is like a nothing but a sandbar and like the resort where even a lot of Koreans come from Cebu. It's like halfway between Bohol and Cebu, and they have all kinds of cottages there. And then the other half of the island is actually there's like a whole city there. They have high schools and everything on it. It's called Pandanon. I mean, it's awesome. It's an awesome sandbar. It's huge. And it's almost like two sections. Like one's a complete city, people living on they come to Bohol to pick up water and stuff and supplies and stuff, but it's a complete city on that. That's the one that's a little bit expensive to go to. They kind of they have environmental fees and stuff like that when you get on it. So it's a little bit expensive to spend a day there, but I mean it's worth it though. It's a huge sandbar though. It's big. Then we have another sandbar too that used to have cottages but got wiped out by Typhoon Odette. So I haven't been to that one since Odette's been through here. So yeah, there's a bunch of islands right off of Taliban that have complete communities living on them. I mean, yeah, you can see it in Taliban Pier. They come there every day. There's giant boats picking up supplies and bringing them back to the islands there. I think that's why Taliban maybe doesn't have so many ferries coming in, because there's so many little islands out there. Maybe it's a little dangerous for the ferries to come through there. I mean, we usually, if we're going to go to Cebu, we go to Hatafi. Hatafi's got ferries going back and forth, but in Taliban, there's only ferries going out. Seems like there's only ferries going out to the local islands there. Yeah, it's crazy traffic there. I mean, I was there yesterday in Taliban. Ate at the Buzz in the mall there, and I usually go there. I mean, they have the new Inasal chicken there too. I've ate there a couple times, or I'll go to the cheap route is go to the what is it the eatery there. Yep, that's what I always go to. I use the ferry. I use the ocean jet, and they got a couple other ferries too, right? The slower ferries. But I usually take the ocean jet from Hatafi to Cebu. 1 hour, 1 hour to Pier 1. You can't beat that. Yeah, Inasal, you got to get there. I mean, you got to get there like 10:30 or 11. It gets so crowded. That's why I usually end up in the Buzz. I just because it's way less crowded. And, I mean, they have okay food. It's not the best, but a little bit expensive. But they have the claim jumper too, which is another ferry out of Hatafi too. But that takes like I don't know, hour and a half maybe, and I think that they go to the Hilton, which is in Mactan, or I don't know. I think they're where they land at is a little bit different. So if you want to go directly to Cebu, I think you need to take like the ocean jet. There's a couple other ones too. But yeah, Hitafi, I mean, for us, Hitafi is just maybe 20 minutes away to Hitafi. We're really pretty close to Hitafi, so that's the route we take if we're going to Cebu. Try to avoid it though. I was gonna go to Panglao, but then Tino hit and we canceled our trip. Yeah, I've been to El Camino a couple times. We don't go out to eat too much, so get the pizza. I tried to get the lasagna there one time, but they didn't. They were out. They didn't have stock for it. So taking some of the kids to El Camino a few times. Tony is the owner and his wife. I mean, they have good pizza there. Pretty good. We don't get out. We don't get over there much. Usually we just go. The only times we go to Hitafi is if we got to catch the ferry. But it's a good place. I mean, I like their pizza. Good pizza. I think I had the Mexican pizza last time. I got cheese, and then I got the Mexican pizza too. Met another foreigner that's here, American and Filipino, I think. I don't know. Another Tony. Anthony, he was a nice guy. I met him. He's living in Panglao now. He was living over there in Hitafi before, but now his girlfriend graduated, and now he's down in Panglao. I think his girlfriend is working at South Palms. I forget her name, Liza, or I forget her name. But yeah, I've taken them. There's another good place to eat too. It's here in Buena Vista. Forget the name of it. It's like another nice restaurant on the side of the road. Maybe I'll remember the name of it. It's pretty good though. They have good barbecue chicken. Oh, the name of it is Tomasitas. That's what it was. Tomasitas. It's over, like, right by the cemetery over here in Buena Vista. Pretty good food. And usually it's not very crowded. Sometimes they have live music too at night. Tomasitas in Buena Vista, Bohol. We go there occasionally too. Yeah, there's a few foreigners that built houses in Hitafi, I think. I seen one guy that was with the Brian Ahern. I think he had a house in Hitafi too. Living in Florida, I think. Seen one of Brian Ahern's videos where the one of the guys that he was on a boat with had a house in Hitafi. So I think there's quite a few foreigners there. There's a few here in Buena Vista too, but not many. Handful of foreigners. I think there's one Ukrainian, a couple American guys, a couple of British guys. I see them around from time to time, but not many up here in northeastern Bohol. Yeah, I know. He's back in Australia now. Seemed like a real nice guy. He was staying in Taliban for a while. I think he's got property in Taliban. He was staying in Tabegan, that's right. At a hotel in Tabegan. Yeah. I think he has a farm too. I thought I seen some of his property. But he was here a couple months ago, right? Him and his wife motoring around. I think he plans on coming back and retiring here. Yeah, he seemed like a real nice guy. He comments on some of my videos and stuff from time to time. Australian, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's it for the sunset here tonight. Not the greatest one, but it's okay. A little cloudy. Actually a little cool here last night with the rain. Looks like we might get some more rain tonight. Just another day in Bohol. It's nice living up in the hills here. The peace and quiet. Alright guys, I'm going to end this live. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time, huh?